The other 11 students were gathered in the center of the courtyard, nervously discussing
Any
the
clue?
situation. So, any clue what's going on
What
here?
if...
We're being pranked.
Oh.
This would be a really elaborate plan.
No, seriously.
Some people have the money for it. Whatever it is, I'm killing the prick who's responsible. Unsurprisingly, they didn't seem to be getting anywhere.
Excuse
This
me.
is off topic, but I don't believe I ever asked your name, loud woman advisor.
Remember the name.
It's Gracia Whitecoat. And your surname? Madison. Grace Madison, the ultimate golfer. How do you know that? You said it in the dining hall.
That's...
I don't recall you being there for the
However-
introductions. Maybe she was eavesdropping. Eavesdropping? I would never. I simply happened to overhear your conversation. In other words, she was eavesdropping. Bless you. Hey, if we could step back for a second, what was this about in the dining hall? It's inside the building. Is there a kitchen?
Man.
They got anything locale? I'm starving.
Attention.
Be patient, will you? Introductions are still underway. Okay, but you have to speed run them.
Oh man.
Gaming references from someone else? The universe has been thrown out of balance. Along with the Grace Madison, we have the mighty and prestigious Wolfgang Akir. Or Akire, my fault. He's well known as the
Hello.
ultimate lawyer.
Hey.
Oh, hey, lawyer man.
Lawyer man?
Is that your name for me?
Yep.
It's either that or Wolfie. Do you like Wolfie
I
more?
must
Stay
decline.
with what you already have.
Hi.
A lawyer. Wow, it's nice to meet you. Next up, we have Toshiko turned and squinted at me. His name seems to be escaping me. Perhaps you might know.
I'm not...
I have no idea. I don't know. He told me. I'm pretty sure it's Mark, right? No, my bad. I've got a habit of mixing you sort of guys together. What are you waiting for? Tell us your name already. Damon Maitsu. Ultimate debater.
A debater?
Ooh, so it's like a bargain bin.
Hey.
That's Grace Medicine, Walking Akira, Damon Maitsu. Who else is left?
Hiya.
Come on, darling, you can do it.
See?
Yeah, share your name. Eva. Just Eva?
Just like my video
Like
game.
a spy? Eva Tsunaka. That's a very pretty name.
Would you look at that?
Fittingly elegant, isn't it? But let's not get off topic. What's your talent?
That's...
Tell your talent. What's up with that? I told you mine. It's only fair if you tell me yours. Ultimate liar. That's funny. So, like, what's your
Deal
actual
with
talent?
it.
That's it? What?
Good to know.
Didn't know lying was something you could be the best at. You learn something new every
Are
day.
you for real?
You actually believe her. How is someone supposed to make a career out of lying?
Now.
Easy. Get a job
It's
in
the
marketing.
truth.
It's just what I am.
How can that be?
That's supposed to be your explanation, but I mean, if you're the best at lying, how are we supposed to believe anything you say? So you sputtered those last few words. We all turned to Eva expectantly. That was when it happened. Do 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 do.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can everyone hear me?
Got a butler?
Yes? Great. Good morning, my amicable student friends. First off, allow me to apologize. I realize the ride here was a bumpy one, especially for ultimates such as yourselves. But expect things to be different within these halls. Yes, it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you all to Eden's Garden Academy.
So you didn't want to host like some, what was it, a seminar? Is that correct? You didn't want to host something like that? And I don't know, just show up in person?
May this be the beginning of a wondrous journey.
Doubt it.
Did he just say we're at Eden's Garden Academy?
No.
We can't.
You think?
No kidding. This place looks nothing like a
Stop
school.
talking so loud.
I'm sure you're on the edge of your seat waiting for a proper orientation. Orientation. That's what it is. I'm pretty sure seminar is way different. But there's one more thing we must do before we meet face to face. Won't take very long. All I ask is that you enter the building across from me. From there, we can begin preparations for a formal introduction. Until then, a farewell.
I must take note of this.
That was certainly interesting.
Black.
Couldn't agree more.
Somebody explain.
Do you think he's the person that brought
You
us here?
going?
Yo, what if he set up the sleeping gas?
Bit
In
complicated.
the travel bag? How do you reckon he saw that?
Guys.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're not going to skip the part he said about the building, are we? He wants us to go inside. What do you think we
Hell
should
no!
do? Nope. I'm not waltzing right in there just for me to die or something. Die? You think we're gonna be hard?
Hold on.
If our captors wanted to kill us, we'd already be dead. What would be the point in killing us now? Reactions, I guess? I don't know. I'm not a
How
psychopath.
should I put it?
If it calls for it, what if we walk in together as one big group? When you know someone is looking out for you, things can be a lot less scary. Aye, she's got a point. The only way we could progress is if we face the problem head on.
Soybean.
Easier said than done. I suppose that makes sense, but isn't it too naive? There's nothing wrong with a bit of optimism from time to time. Let's just try it. Alright. We gathered around the entrance, none of us willing to be the first to walk through. Eventually, I mustered enough willpower to push the doors open. Interesting, interesting. So is my game gonna like... Oh, I had to click. Huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. Huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hold on. Whoa. We're jumping into this already. Okay. We are jumping into this already. Let me get a cough drop. Hold on. In front of me lay the battered, bloody body of a young woman. I don't remember seeing her on the train. Why is there a dead body? What happened?
No way.
Is this another student?
Holy-
What? Dining hall people, you were in this building before. Tell us what's going on. Yeah, you didn't mention the other girl. I didn't even see her.
Really?
You were there too? Bargain bin? Don't even. There's a floor below us. That's where I woke up.
Very funny.
And you missed a whole person? Yeah,
Hell
right.
no.
You saw her. You must have seen her. Come on, just admit it. Stop pressing me for an answer.
Hold on.
I can corroborate Damon's story. There was never a body. Miss Madison and I walked through this exact hallway and saw nothing.
I wasn't expecting
So between the
this.
time you left and the time you returned, this girl was murdered? You think she was murdered? Well, I don't know for sure, but what happened to her? Does that really look self-inflicted?
Oh shit!
So there's a killer running loose? But I don't recall hearing anything when I was waiting outside. Desmond can back me up, right?
Shit.
Yeah, she's right. There was no screams and no one left the building. So the killer's still inside? As more panicked shouts filled the corridor, Eva silently walked over to the body. What are you doing? Ignoring Grace's question, she crouched down beside the dead girl and poked her face.
What the? You.
What's wrong with you? Stop that.
Strange.
It's not real. This girl, she's just a dummy. A dummy.
How?
That's definitely a
You're
real body.
crazy.
Didn't you just say you were a liar? Why would she believe you?
It's the truth.
If you don't believe me, inspect it yourself. If no one else is offering, I can do it.
Are we ready?
Him? Well, how does that sound to everyone? He turned to look at each of us. I had my reservations, but when his gaze met mine, my lips instantly sealed shut. The look he gave me, it was unexpectedly intense.
Okay.
Yes, you could do it. The pirate casually approached the body and knelt beside it. Then, just like Eva,
Oh, be
would you look at that? She's right. It is a dummy.
For real? Say what?
How did she know it was
You
fake?
see?
My intuition. Also, a corpse would smell. This doesn't
Dude,
smell.
no!
As if. Could you be any more suspect?
That ain't it.
Not just that. There's something under the dummy. What is it? A tablet. John rose from the ground and turned around to face us. Sure enough, he was holding a tablet. It was slid under the dummy. There's no blood on it as far as I could tell. Nice. Hiding place. Wouldn't have noticed it if I hadn't taken a closer look. Gives the impression I was supposed to, don't I?
For real?
Hey, what's on the tablet? Let me turn it on. He pressed a button, then walked over and held the tablet out for us to see. It's loading. After a few seconds, the loading symbol vanished. In its place was a photo of the girl. Kara Koskinen. Or Koskinen. Koskinen? Kara Koskinen. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm gonna call her Kara. Ultimate Teacher's Aid. Ah, boom! She was stabbed 28 times in her torso and died from blood loss. The victim also suffered from chemical burns to the head. The most notable burns are on her eyes and scalp. Time of death is unknown. First, a dead body that's revealed to be a dummy. Now a body report? What is going on? Geez, took you long enough to find that tablet. Long ago, a heinous murder was committed, and the victim so happened to be an ultimate, much like yourselves. What? Before you is a perfect reconstruction of the crime scene. Can I breathe? It was quite emotionally draining to craft that dummy. It served as a strong reminder of what was lost. She was such a nice girl. So much potential. Lost to violence. What is he playing there? Anyway, it is your responsibility to figure out the details of her death. The surrounding area, the murder weapon. Now, how she reacted in her final moments, etc. Oh, but don't worry about finding the murderer's identity. He's already right in front of you. See the gray man on the tablet screen? Yep, that's your guy. Please investigate the crime scene and gather as many clues as you can. After a certain period of time, you will be asked to present your findings to me. Believe me, it's in your best interest to put your full effort into this. Have fun.
Not okay!
Investigation? What the
Back
hell?
off.
Fuck, enough of this already. I don't want any part of this. Stop telling me what to do. Grace grabbed a large chunk of the rock on the floor and ran to the speaker. Screaming an obscenity, she pulled her hand as far back as she could.
Brutal.
No, wait, what was the watch? Trying to destroy private property? That's a zap.
Fuck you!
Holy!
Is he for real? Is this school really trying to make us solve an old murder?
Don't say that.
Hold on, you guys. You can't just believe everything that Stranger Man claims. Why would Eden's Garden Academy, any academy for that matter, do something like this? Even if it tried to do the Ultimate Talent Program, wouldn't have stopped it. I wouldn't underestimate the school board executives. Money can get to people's heads and make them take risks they shouldn't. This academy said it was unique. Maybe this is their version of an entrance
What
exam.
a joke.
They're so obsessed with being different from the competition, they've forgotten what people want. More like they've forgotten how to be
What did you
sane.
say?
Would the UTP really be okay
Think
with
about
this?
it this way.
Seems pretty counterintuitive. Everyone would want to quit their enrollment after this. And sue.
I'm talking.
If this is the work of a separate group, why are they using the academy's name? As a way to hide their own, maybe. They might have even kidnapped us because we're attending Eden's Garden.
So...
Explain. Well, what if they knew we all had to board a train? It would explain why we passed out. They boarded the train before us and planted a bag with the
There's
gas.
gotta be something.
Because this happened on the train to the academy, they would claim that they are the academy.
If I may ask.
Everyone keeps saying they. Isn't it the speaker man who kidnapped us?
That's not it.
It's obviously wasn't just him. Seizing a train, bringing 16 people to an unknown location, that takes a team to do. Of course, that raises another glaring question. Why us? Why have we been brought into this? Is it because we're ultimates? It's not like anyone's specialty detective work. It just doesn't add up. I think I will let the rest of you handle this. I doubt I'm needed in this grotesque situation. I'll just be on my way. Yeah, that's okay. Actually, can I come with? I feel super bad leaving you alone.
Sure.
Sure, I suppose.
You can do it.
Good luck solving the mystery, everyone. I know you can do it. On that note, Diana and Toshiko walked away in the direction of the room with the kitchen.
Oh. Don't get close.
I'm coming with them. Screw this. Kai took off down the hallway like his life depended on it. Better than
I
anything
don't
else.
know.
I don't know about all this. Will that man really let us go if we
Stay
investigate?
calm.
We won't know if we continue standing like this. Now, for now, all we can do is risk and do as he says. It's really interesting because if this is a reconstruction, this proves that this is a reoccurring killing game. So either it's a reoccurring killing game or it's a killing game that happened before that went off successfully and is being continued. That's all I can think of. Yeah. So, the victim is Kara Koskinen, the ultimate teacher's aide. She's a teacher's pet. Honestly, she deserved it. Look, she had a freaking AK. Now, stop me if I'm wrong, but if you have a gun and you die to being stabbed, you deserve to die at that point. That's all I'm saying. Like, if I was in that situation, I would have been killed. I wouldn't have gotten shanked 28 times to the torso. I would have been there, printed up against the wall, posted up against the wall. What the fuck did I say printed for? Posted up against the wall, waiting, shooting anybody that came through. It ain't happening to me. She also suffered chemical burns to the head. The most notable burns are her eyes and scalp. So, basically, what I'm getting, right? She got doused. Someone went, yeah! And then quickly moved out the way. Because if you go, yeah, that means she's like burning. And then it was probably like acid or something. And then she started firing. Right? And then that would make sense. Someone, moves out the way. And I don't want to believe anything the speaker guy says. But if this murder really is based on true events, damn, the killer's totally sick in the head. Alright, gotta investigate the body. Our captors gave us a lot of information about the victim. To their credit, what's written on the tablet seems accurate, but I should inspect the body just in case. Damn it, it's just a doll, Damon. Stop hesitating. Alright. The doll was slumped against the door, her torso soaked in blood. Parts of her shirt had been ripped open, exposed bits of bloody, indiscernible pulp. I quickly took a step back, trying to control my breathing to avoid throwing up. Alright, it's good. Thank you. It's just a doll. There's no reason to be afraid of a doll. Shit, I'd be afraid of a doll too. Alright. Let's inspect the assault rifle. The initial sight of a doll shocked me so much I completely overlooked the rifle. Inspecting it now, I realized something. If the victim was stabbed, why was the rifle near her body? The rifle. Could you step back for a bit? I'm curious about something.
No.
Before I could finish my sentence, John walked over to where I was and picked up the gun.
Hey.
You're messing with the crime scene. Ignoring me, he released the magazine of the gun with surprising ease. From the top of the magazine produced a loaded bullet.
I see.
Yep, that's interesting. The rifle hasn't even been used. Then she definitely deserved to die. Unless, right? Oh, she got betrayed. She got betrayed. Imagine, right? Picture this. She's paranoid. She knows someone's out to get her. She's posted with the gun. She's waiting in the room. Someone walks in. It's someone she knows, trusts, right? So she lowers her guard. He's like, oh, it's just you. But then, that's when things go south. The person, douses her. She drops the gun. Her eyes burning. She's blind. Then, the person, 28 times. A bloody knife lay next to the victim. It's safe to say that this must have been the murder weapon. Damn, no extra information. I mean, it is just a knife, so. Alright, let's inspect the body. The girl had been stabbed repeatedly. I don't need the tablet to know that. However, her cause of death, you'd think it was the stab to the heart or something, but the tablet claimed blood loss. Taking a closer look, the wounds, they didn't seem excessively deep. At least, not deep enough to pierce her heart. If she died from blood loss, what does that say about the killer? They probably could have killed her quickly, but if they wanted, did they want her to suffer a slow death? Damn, that's messed up. Yeah, I knew it. Hands. Alright, that's still part of the body. So, 2 hands. Her hands are surprisingly clean and all things considered. There were no other marks or injuries apart from her nails. It looked like she was dried blood. Has dried blood underneath it. Why was there blood underneath her nails, but not on the rest of her hand? She probably scratched at the killer. Just saying. That seemed to be all the evidence. Nothing else was catching my eye. I should check the inside of the closet. Like the rest of the building, the inside of the closet was old and dilapidated. Oh my god. What is up with these big words, bro? I've never seen these words a day in my life. What's the bucket doing? Is that puke? It's a bucket, pretty typical for finding inside of a janitor's closet, but why is it randomly lying there? There's nothing inside it except, what does that smell? It smells like bleach. Ooh. Yep. See, I'm telling you. She was doused. She was doused. I went, yeah! The shelf was packed with an assortment of towels. I briskly inspected them, lifting each towel to check for anything underneath. Many had gathered dust, but that was it. Nothing looked suspicious about them. Can I go to the back of the closet now? Oh my god. There's a clock above the door. Doesn't seem like it works. Looks like everything around here. I should check out the other end of the room. Now you want to check out the other end of the room? Like, you wanted me to check out that singular clock that if I did not look up for, what the fuck are y'all doing back here? Screw you. Yep, camera. Oh, I saw what happened. It's another surveillance camera. It's the guy on the speaker watching through us. Just the thought made my stomach turn. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, everyone, it's time. Look at you all. You investigated the crime scene so well. It's enough to bring a tear to my eye. Jokes aside, please meet by the elevator for the class trial. You should find us somewhere near the Tree of Ignorance. I freaking love that name. Tree of Ignorance? Oh my god, that sounds so bad. Ass. Don't make me wait too long. I might start getting zapped happy. See you soon. Class trial? What the hell does that mean? Sounds like that's the end of our investigation. If we're done with this closet, we should go outside and talk to the others. Indeed we shall. I mean, I didn't expect to just jump straight into this. Like,
Come off the grass.
what the hell is a class trial? Your guess is as good as mine.
Duh.
Obviously, we're going to court. Court?
What?
He's going to put us on a trial?
Listen to me.
Maybe that's where we'll talk about the clues we found.
Just saying.
It makes sense for our current investigation. I mean, situation. Investigations, clues, files? What else would that stuff be for? Good point. It does seem oddly similar to court procedures. Obviously, we're missing the key suspect and witness. But they don't seem to be relevant to this case
Wait a
anyway.
minute.
You mentioned that this elevator was near the Tree of Ignorance, right? He must be referring to the room with the tree.
Focus.
Probably, yeah. It's the only thing I can think of. However, I don't recall seeing an elevator
Just
anywhere.
follow me.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get our butts over there. She keeps treating this like some dumb game. If we're really going on trial, that's gonna be a nuisance to deal with. We might as well follow her. One by one, everyone left. I guess I have no choice but to go as well. Ooh. First class trial, let's go. That's what I'm saying. You just jumping straight into this. Gotta look around though, because you know these people be hiding. They be yep, see, these people be hiding. You gotta get every bit of dialogue. How do you remain so stoic at a time like this? Aren't you worried at all?
Simple.
No, not really. It's not like we're investigating some high-stakes murder. It's just a dummy, that's it. Yeah, quite. I completely concur. She's obviously faking it. Without even looking at her face, I could tell she's sweating bullets. Move out the way. When I arrived at the tree, I saw that people were already bickering.
Check it out.
A big tree? Eden's Guardian Academy? Overused religious symbol. Damn, let me speak. Overused religious symbolism is tight. I really hope we could get out of this.
You.
Can you confirm, liar chick? Why are you asking
Come off
her?
the grass.
Come off the grass. She's clearly faking her
Am
talent.
I hearing you?
And that
right?
makes her one of the bad guys? Who would want to fake their identity besides someone with a secret to hide? I bet she's the one who brought the gas bomb onto the
Really?
train. And she didn't think to bring a gas mask to avoid passing out or whatever.
If no one else is gonna say
If all you needed was a mask to protect you. Hey, don't look at me. I literally passed out. This helmet's got plenty of holes in it. I'd suffocate otherwise.
I've got something to say.
No. The liar chick's totally sus. Don't say that ever again. Just look at how calm she's been acting. She somehow knew that dead body was a dummy. Then she poked it in the face. That's not
Deal
normal.
with it.
I told you, it was my intuition.
Ugh.
Intuition, my ass.
Hold your horses.
It's not unbelievable. My gut told me that my gut told me we should inspect the doll. Now look at us. We're all on a mission to solve her murder.
Any clue?
Where's this elevator supposed to be again? That's right. There's meant to be an elevator. There's also different rooms I'm noticing. Hold on. If we can roam around again in this room, I want to, like... Oh! Wait! They're like sorority symbols, right? I'm gonna inspect the statue because I just have a gut feeling that this might be related. I didn't notice it the first time, but the edges along the missing section were surprisingly clean. It looked less like a chunk naturally fell off and more like someone carved it out.
What you doing?
You notice that statue too, don't you?
You
Yeah.
alright?
What's up with the statue?
Hmm.
There's definitely something whack about it. I just can't put my finger on what. The mask is broken. There's a piece missing. Is that weird? That statue's probably like super old. It makes sense. It's been cracking and stuff. No, this definitely seems intentional.
Wait.
Like it's crappy on purpose. Even so, it's not relevant to the elevator, is it?
What
Maybe if we find the
about-
piece and place it on the statue, something will happen, like a puzzle solving game. It sounds like a far-fetched, but it wouldn't hurt. You saying we should look around for the maps? Shut your Scooby Dooby Doo having ass up.
Whatever.
This isn't a never mind. With that, everyone started looking for it. Alright.
Oi!
Hey everyone, I found it! Thank God I did not want to look for that. We gathered around Grace to see what she was holding.
Nice.
Nice. That must be it. What should we do with it? Do we just stick it back in the mask?
Leave it to me.
Probably, yeah. I'll take care of it.
Soybean!
Back off, Hercules. You ain't the one who found it. Grace brought the piece over to the statue and slotted it right into the mask. But then nothing happened. That was anticlimactic. Suddenly, the ground we were standing on began to shake.
Holy. Oh shit!
I love this guy. That's fucking clean. That was clean. What?
No!
Yo, I was right. That actually worked. A fucking secret passageway in a tree? I never thought I'd see that. The tree of knowledge, a symbol of sentience, intuition, and understanding, exists here only as a barren replica. The tree of ignorance emulates the wonder of nature but does not achieve it. And justly so, for ignorance often aspires to be seen as wisdom. Yes, because you know what they say, ignorance is bliss.
Game over, man!
Oh
Game
god,
over!
now he's spitting random philosophy? We're so fucked. Will this take us to the elevator?
What about...
There's stairs at the foot of the opening.
Yep.
What are we waiting for? Let's
If I
explore.
may ask.
Why the sunrise?
Duh.
I want to go home.
Elementary, my
If we
dear.
get... Never say that shit again. This is an elevator. I see the elevator is underneath the tree. Reckless investments, I'm telling you. With a rumble, the elevator began to descend. We stood in silence, 16 worried strangers plummeting into the unknown. Bit of lag there. That's what we were, after all. Random people thrown into this horrible place. For what? Some twisted man's game? A fake crime scene? An investigation? A creepy statue? An elevator? And a tree? None of this was the work of your average kidnapper. This was something much bigger, and in no way could it be connected to Eden's Garden Academy. That is clean. But also keep in mind the whole Eden's Garden thing, you know, religious, right? Where's the only place you ever see stained glass? Rhetorical question. Churches. Wait, I don't think that was a rhetorical question. But even still, you mainly see them in churches. What does this look like? It's decorated like a church. Eden's Garden, Garden of Eden? I don't know, man. Woo! Scanning the faces around me, everyone wore similar expressions. Discomfort, anger, worry. It didn't end. We've been kidnapped and forced to play as pawns in some inane game. No free will, no choice in our actions. All we could do was move forward. We had to hope for an escape, a way to run from this twisted place. We had to solve this murder case. Would you like... Hell yeah, I would love to see my fucking game. The fuck?
Let's begin with a brief explanation of the class trial.
Show
The
yourself!
objective here is simple. Explain how the murder took place. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue what you believe happened to the victim. Should you all agree on the right answer, you will be free to leave this place. Should you all agree on the wrong answer, well, you'll find out. That's all there is to it. Have fun, everybody.
Show yourself! Pussy.
Get me out of here.
You is nothing but a bitch. You is nothing but a bitch. You won't show yourself, that's it. If this is something we must discuss, I know a good place to start.
Get me out of here.
Give
Get
me-
me out of here. Get 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 me. Ah! Somebody get me out of here! Oh shit!
Calm down. It's only a shock. She won't suffer any permanent side effects. If I wanted to see the brain dead bicker, I'd just turn on the telly. On that note, please carry on.
Oh, this guy's from the 1900s. Ain't nobody say telly anymore. Holy shit, the people running this thing aren't playing around.
As you were saying, Wolfgang?
Right. The way I see it, the objective of this trap. By the way, can I get like a seat with this thing? I'm just gonna be an onlooker. It's only fair.
You're seriously not going to contribute?
What am I even supposed to do?
Put your detective hat on, buddy. We're here to solve a mystery.
I love how his voice is actually muffled.
Who murdered that dummy chick, right?
Not who murdered her, how they murdered her.
Did that tablet not explain it?
It listed her wounds, yes, but it didn't explain how they were inflicted.
He's bitten.
Probably because it's so obvious.
But, Miss Amber, you didn't even read the tablet.
And I don't have to.
Would you look at that? A debate's already underway.
Oh, she's just fucking dead. These guys are clearly confused. I need to stop them before they arrive all at the wrong conclusions. That's the sound of a non-stop debate. Woohoo! Truth cylinder. Time. Weak spot. Time. Oh my god, bro. Oh, I only get one.
The mystery was never about...
Okay, that's how you slow.
True.
Objection! It's obvious what the murder weapon was.
I didn't get a good look at the crime scene, but the body was pretty bloody.
We gotta
And
listen
what could
through.
have spilled that blood? Besides that big scary gun.
Oh, it's right click. Alright.
That big scary gun.
It's right click.
No,
I had to figure it out.
Cassidy, can you stop butting in? You barely investigated the crime scene to begin with.
Whoa, what? I searched that place from top to bottom.
All right, then tell me, how was a fully loaded assault rifle used as the murder weapon?
That's easy. It wasn't. Obviously, the shooter reloaded their gun to full capacity. Any smart shooter could tell you that. Right, Desmond?
Why are you bringing me into this?
Except, the victim suffered multiple stab wounds to the torso. If the gun was fired, not only should the body have had bullet wounds, but there would be shell casings from the fired bullets. We saw neither at the crime scene.
Details. If the gun didn't do that, chicken, what was the actual murder weapon?
It's the knife, dumbass. Never mind. I don't want her number no more.
I got it.
Favorite part? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The investigations go
It's
crazy.
literally right next to the victim's body.
Lysocam's razor gotta ruin everything.
Interesting. Both the knife and the rifle were
Go.
present at the crime scene,
Go.
but
Go.
only the knife
Go.
was used.
Go. I know I gave him slander before, but go. Go. Look at the feather he got on him, bro.
Kind of weird choosing the inferior weapon.
Nothing beats the sting of a sharpened blade.
If the killer didn't use the rifle, why was it at the crime scene?
Maybe it came from inside the closet.
Don't see why you'd be storing a gun in a janitor's closet.
it
Man,
wasn't
I don't
stored.
know. What if it's not even related to the murder?
No, it is.
Of course it's related. It's covered in blood.
Oh no. Everyone's starting to yell.
Shut up! The bait. I'm gonna go try. I need to say something. What we got? Tablet, assault rifle. Alright, alright. Let's listen through.
To
Let's listen through.
reiterate, both the rifle and the knife were next to the victim's body.
Yet they opted for the knife.
Mhm.
Odd choice.
I
because
bet
they
that
didn't.
gun didn't even work.
Oh.
These days, it's all about aesthetics over effectiveness.
That's like your opinion, lady.
If the gun was broken, then the killer would have no reason to bring it with them.
True.
They did.
It wasn't the killer though.
Watch it be for the aesthetic.
The killer was holding the gun, but considering the details of this program, I think otherwise.
To reiterate,
Okay.
both
I think I know where we're going.
Broke would have
Oh
no
shit, I
reason
missed it. Fuck.
Then
It's my favorite part about these things, when you actually get it right.
If we keep assuming the killer had the gun, we'll end up running in circles.
Ah!
you think the killer was alive?
No.
Oh
they
shit,
were
the auto is
definitely
actually...
armed with
shit.
a knife. The reason they didn't use a gun is probably because they never had it to begin with.
But then, who did?
Easy. The victim.
Whoa, the dummy had the gun?
If it wasn't the killer, it has to be her. She must have brought it to the closet.
Yep.
She was probably carrying it before the murder, but dropped it when the killer attacked her.
Oh.
I guess that makes some sense.
I like how short the
Complete sense.
auto action actually is.
I
Compared
wouldn't
to
be
that,
so sure
the
about
actual
that.
Danganronpa game
Aren't
where
you
they're so
overlooking
long.
something?
Huh?
Who the f is calling
The
me?
She should have seen or heard him coming from the hallway at the very least.
Why do you think she was in the hallway?
That's where the fight happens, right?
I think you're getting ahead of yourself. How can we be sure the fight happened there?
Maybe the fight started in the hallway, and after it ended, her body was dragged into the closet.
If that happened, shouldn't there have been streaks of blood on the floor or in the hallway?
Drag marks. Can't say I saw any.
Yeah,
It
there was
was
none of
merely
that.
No need to take it so seriously.
Instead of dragging the victim, what if the killer carried her? I don't know why they would want to do that, but it would explain the lack of
But
drag
then there would
marks.
be
But
blood
then-
puddles.
Wouldn't the killer have been covered
There
in...
would also be
Blood.
puddles of like blood, you know, or
It should
blood
have gotten
drops.
everywhere. Those wounds were brutal. A few inches deep, I reckon.
Unless she was
Carrying her
killed
would
there.
have done nothing to stop the blood flow.
Good point.
She was obviously killed in the closet. That's where the blood was.
Yes, you're right. I'm so sorry for derailing the conversation.
No, yeah,
Moving
you can
on.
stab someone and blood doesn't drip out anywhere. Never mind, I'm tripping.
That fight. The victim had the gun, but she was overpowered?
If she wanted to, she could have just... You know...
It doesn't make much sense, does it?
Oh, turn off auto. There must be something we're missing. Something that explains how the victim was overpowered. And I know I'm the only one who can figure that out. Okay, this is where I'm having to agree with someone. Okay. Okay. Just funny as hell. Oh god. Bucket, tablet, victim's hands.
That slimy killer pulled a fast one and knocked the gun out of her hand.
By the sounds of it, those two did have a crazy tussle.
But she still carried a gun. So why didn't she shoot?
Oh, he got a list.
I bet that girl didn't even see them coming.
Maybe she thought
That's
the
it,
killer
that's
was
it,
her
that's it,
friend?
that's it.
I know I wouldn't hurt a friend.
True.
She tried clawing...
Alright, that's the one. We gotta go back to him.
That slimy
She still...
I bet that girl didn't even see.
I'm honestly fucking goated.
John actually has a point. The victim probably couldn't see what was going on. According to the tablet, she suffered chemical burns to the face and eyes. That sort of injury would have effectively blinded her. Also, inside the janitor's closet, there was a large empty bottle of bleach. That's probably the chemical that caused the burns.
Blinded? With bleach? That's horrible!
When he pinned her against the door and stabbed her, she tried to retaliate.
Until eventually dying from her wounds.
Jeez, this is brutal. Couldn't they have toned down the violence?
The past is in the past, and we can't change that. All we can do is solve her untimely death, eh?
I mean, by the sounds of it, we've already figured it out, right? No, not yet. Seriously?
Forgot about the bucket.
But we've already discussed so much.
We know she was armed. We know she was blinded. We figured out how she died. How is this not a closed case?
Because you got to figure
Please
out the
understand,
victim.
I'm proud of everyone's hard work so far.
The killer.
Because of you, we're one step closer to bringing the victim justice.
This was never about the dummy.
Bro. Hold on. If we're playing by, like, Danganronpa rules. If they're... Because remember, I think in the third game, you had to investigate someone else's murder, right? I think it was the third game. Either that or the second one. You had to investigate it because the last people who did it got it wrong. We all know what happens when you get something wrong in a class trial.
However, we should think of this case like an equation. Knowing how it works is only half the struggle. Now we need to figure out why.
As in the motive?
Bingo.
Mm-hmm. You're on the right track.
You speak like we have any information on the killer. The man's a stock image. He doesn't even have a name. What are we supposed to ascertain from that? That he's a non-character?
Not every answer will be written down for you. Sometimes actions speak louder than...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone!
Grace?
Whoa, what? Since when was Grace back to normal?
Oh no, shocker again, bro. Shocker again. Actually, killer.
You guys try to solve this mystery has been like watching a dumpster.
I'm sick of her ass.
I guess all that smoke must have clouded your vision. Cause there's a big ass elephant in this room.
An elephant in the room?
I don't see it.
That's giving us too much credit.
So the killer incapacitated that girl.
Yo, hold on. Unrelated note, I went outside. Look, I found a dinosaur.
Problem is, you've yet to explain how he used the bleach.
I sort of assumed he spilled it on the victim.
We like dinosaurs.
Right. He just tipped the bottle over her.
But then how'd it get in the
That
bucket?
bottle was where the bleach came from, sure. But I doubt the bottle itself was involved in the murder. When we found it, it was neatly ordered on a shelf near the back of the closet. The gun and knife were just thrown on the floor. So it's weird this weapon was handled so differently.
Do you think the killer just poured the contents of that bottle into something else?
Sure, before the actual murder
Bing,
took
bing,
place,
bing.
I'd say.
And what is this something else?
All right.
Go on, explain it before this dumpster turns molten.
Alright, I guess. She did mention the bucket, so we can't kill her. Yet. Before we move on from the subject, we need to make sure it's logically sound. Let's put out this fire. Where's the bucket, truth bullet?
Well, if the original bottle's been emptied, where'd the bleach go?
Into another bottle?
What about a container?
Oh shit, that
There were a
went by
bunch in the
fast.
closet.
I bet the killer had a secret water gun. So when the victim came...
Shut the fuck.
Call the fire brigade.
Alright.
Well,
Into another bottle?
What about a
There we go.
I got it.
She's correct. The killer put the chemicals in a bucket. Or, more specifically, the same bucket we found at the crime scene. After all, it reeked of bleach. If the killer didn't use it to transport bleach, what else did they use it for? Personal cleaning? I doubt it.
Yo, that makes sense.
a broken clock is right twice a day.
Okay, cool. So, how'd the killer
does
use
that
that
even
bucket
mean?
to spill bleach in the victim's eyes?
It would be a fairly heavy bucket, so it's unlikely he threw it on her.
She'd shoot him before he even had the chance. Use your brain, mate.
Of course, my apologies.
It's a good question. How was the killer able to get a hefty bucket of chemicals into the victim's eyes, especially without her knowing? There must have been some kind of clue missing here.
Even if he did manage to splash her, the girl should have sustained intense facial burns.
She did.
However, aside from her eyes, her face was relatively untouched.
Well, if you check the tablet, it said she had burns to the scalp, too.
Burns to the scalp? How does that work?
The bucket was on the shelf!
Unless those chemicals came from above?
Oh.
Did the killer somehow suspend the bucket in the air? Maybe there was a mechanism that made it tip over when someone entered the room.
Where's this bucket supposed to be again?
Above. Which, well, could mean anything.
Was the killer hiding above the door frame?
There's no way they were up there. There's nothing for them to sit or hold on to. Not to mention, they could have stabbed her from up there.
And if there's no place for the killer to sit, then there's no place for the bucket to sit.
Unless you take into account the size difference.
Eh?
The space above the entrance might not be able to support a person, but it could still support something as small as a bucket.
And that thing supporting the bucket?
It's a shelf. The door?
I got it.
Makes more sense than a stepladder.
I don't know how we overlooked this, but I've got it. The killer just balanced the bucket on the door.
Like in those water bucket pranks people film?
Exactly. When the victim came into the room, she pushed open the door and caused the bucket to fall on her. This would make it so she couldn't shoot back or even get a chance to see her assailant. When the bucket hit the ground, it probably rolled away. That'd explain why we found it a couple feet from the
She
victim.
was hunting him?
Is a possibility, yes.
It
That's
sounds like the best
crazy.
conclusion.
There's just one problem.
That's a
How is the
twist.
killer able to reach that high? Unless
Stepladder, they were
abnormally
short.
tall, it'd be difficult to place something on top of that door.
Ugh.
Well, let's use that as our next
Dang,
brief
teacher's
discussion.
pet had the
How
blitz,
did the killer set
right?
this trap?
She had the this. Oh, this took a turn. I thought she was being hunted. Nah, she was doing the hunting. Oh, she was ready to. Oh, that's crazy.
Anyway,
True.
what was the killer doing when that bucket poured onto the girl's head?
He obviously didn't just stand there and observe.
She would have been standing with her back to the hallway, right outside the killer's range. That's why the stab wounds were only made to her chest.
Creating the crime scene we found. Great job, guys. We're actually doing this.
That was the last mystery, right? We must have put everything together now.
So I'm thinking, right? This person's being hunted, and she didn't want to hurt this person. That's why either she didn't want to hurt him, or they were incredibly weak that the knife did not go in deep. That's why she died of blood loss, because after the 28 stab wounds, she ran off, or he ran off. Hey.
Even if it's all fake, I feel really bad for this victim.
It's an ugly sight, but she's no victim.
You're picking up.
Well, technically she is, but let's be real. The girl was carrying a gun. She probably provoked the killer, and they killed her in self-defense. It's a clear-cut case of the hunter becoming the hunted, no?
That's no excuse.
What?
There's no justifying murder.
Here we go with this Viking bullshit. Yeah, self-defense murder in V1.
Killing a woman is the worst thing a man could do.
You're
Who said it was a man?
Amount of emotional tension. Are you okay?
There's no excuse. There never was an excuse. 28 stab wounds. No girl,
He did it!
no person
He
should
did the
ever
thing!
Kara's fate.
He did the thing!
It was the victim's name! Didn't anyone read the tablet?
I agree with you, dude. But you don't have to shout out your point.
Oi, what's all this about? We've figured out the case. Stop trying to drag it on.
But if you figured it out, why is it still going?
Not finished here.
Huh?
You gotta figure out who it is.
There's no murder without a proper motive. We need to discuss why Kara died.
I am not going this far for a fictional murder case.
It wasn't
We
fictional.
aren't looking for a murderer. We're looking for answers, which we have.
Do you turn in a half-finished exam, Winona? An essay without its conclusion? This isn't about efficiency, this is about being right. Or do you, a supposed entrepreneur, not value integrity?
What the hell?
Let's just talk about the motive. There's no harm in doing that, right?
Well, what was the motive? Was the killer fighting for their life? Or were they going out of their way to murder?
Maybe the gun freaked him out.
Nope.
If I was in the killer's shoes, I'd definitely be nervous. Thing is, while acting out of self-defense is possible, since when does it look like this?
Given the severity, I'd liken it to a crime of passion.
Something done on impulse?
What if they were frightened? A spooky thing might have set them off big time.
That's wrong. There's no way this was done in self-defense.
It
No matter
had to
what
be.
excuse the killer uses, it doesn't change the fact they have blood on their hands.
Yo, bud, you seem a little pressed.
Silence! I won't allow this!
God damn. Shit! We absorbed the shits into the truth bullet that's being contradicted.
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm? This was the sadistic killing of one of humanity's brightest.
We shouldn't make a lot of assumptions about the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
This killer, dead or alive, deserves to be brought to justice!
But how can we do that? There's no reason to trust you. If you
Shit.
have no proof. So says the ultimate liar.
Or was it truly unforgivable? I feel like I have an obligation to the truth.
To kill Kara so easily without restraint.
28 stab wounds.
There is no way to justify this.
You don't even just the crime scene.
Dead or brought to justice.
But how can we do that? There's
It said E, right?
if you have no proof.
Shit.
Me to stay calm. This was the sadistic killing of one of you. Brightest.
Shit!
Just the crime scene they left behind.
Shit! Is it the other one really? See, oh, no, I'm sorry. But one thing I hate about Danganronpa is that they don't make these things obvious. Like, none of these are, like, answers that you can just obviously pick out. You just gotta kind of go for it.
About the killer's morals. This could have been self-defense.
Really?
You don't even know the damn killer. Just the crime scene they left behind.
If you have no proof.
Oh shit, it was that one. Okay. It was that one,
Could have been self-defense.
Bitch.
I'm glad you agree, but how does this prove anything?
I have to use this for something, right?
To kill Kara so easily and without restraint. There is no way to justify this.
Take a chill pill, man.
You expect me to stay calm?
I have to get that fucking thing all over again.
How can we do that? If you have no proof.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna have to restart this shit. The timer's gonna have to go out, and I'm gonna have to restart because I don't know what is going on.
Could have been so.
Don't even know.
Deserves to be.
How can we do that? There's no reason.
No, that's wrong.
Fucking go! Let's go! We take no L's. We take no L's. Not in this household.
It's the lawyer.
Say what?
Woo!
He has spent his life in the courtroom and on the crime scene. He'd understand the criminal mind in ways we can't possibly imagine. He was even emotionally invested in a murder case he'd never seen before.
The clutch! Turn on auto. I want my water.
If his lawyer's intuition tells us that the killer was in the wrong, then we have no reason to disagree. We're all ultimates for a reason. We need to trust in talent.
Well spoken. If Wolfgang is adamant about the killer's intentions, we should have faith in him.
Yeah, Wolfgang's clearly trying his best for us.
Let's trust in the lawyer and his bargain bin buddy.
Hey! If it means going home, then you guys convinced me.
Right on! Team Wolfgang all the way!
Thank you all for your support.
I like how Winona does not have a
Oliva,
last name.
Do you still disagree?
Or a first name.
Even if
I
I
don't even know
did,
anymore.
it's not worth pursuing.
I'd assume last name.
Does this mean we're done here? Hey! We're disembodied voice! We figured out your stupid case! Now let us leave!
Passed out.
Oh, you're finally done. In all honesty, I stopped paying attention a long time ago.
What? We only went through this case because of you.
Silly me, I have a short attention span. So, just for my own benefit, why don't you summarize the information you've learned? It'll be good practice.
Practice.
Fine. I'll do as you ask. I'll present the truth.
We'll present the truth together.
I like that mentality.
Let's dig into it.
She's gonna die. Of everything. Okay, so what we have. Opening the door, janitor closet, going stepladder. See, we figured it out!
I got it.
Animate this shit.
The victim was
Put
Kara
that shit
Koshkinen,
on
the
auto.
Untaught teacher's aide. Right before her death, she was wandering around the academy carrying a large assault rifle. That was probably when our unnamed killer, who was armed with a knife, spotted her.
And decided he'd put her to eternal rest. He slid inside that little janitor's closet, where he began hatching a deadly scheme.
Aye, they needed a way to surprise the victim, who was better armed. The killer grabbed a bottle of bleach from the closet and poured its contents into a bucket.
That's because they wanted to blind Kara by splashing the bleach in her eyes.
Sneaky little bastard.
I love the different accents for each of these characters.
But to
Definitely
do that,
adds diversity.
they would need to set a trap and catch the victim by surprise. The killer moved a stepladder behind the closet door and climbed up it to reach the door frame. There, they carefully placed the bucket.
That way, when the victim opened the door, the bucket would empty its contents all over her.
After completing this setup, the killer retreated to the far end of the janitor's closet and waited for the victim's arrival. The killer could have made noise to attract the victim's attention. Either way, the victim tried to open the door.
And, the bleach splashed all over her. Her scalp, face, and eyes were severely burned.
Youch! Freaking Jet.
The killer leapt from his hiding place and began viciously attacking Kara. In his fit of rage and cruelty, he stabbed her from the front 28 times.
While being stabbed, the victim tried to fight back by clawing at the killer. This left the dried blood under her fingernails. However, it didn't deter the killer, and the victim eventually died.
At present, we don't have enough information to reveal the killer's true identity, but their actions haven't been forgotten. That is the truth behind this case.
Yep.
Well, are you satisfied?
Measly 3 acts. Poor Horace would be beside himself.
Who the hell is...
No one cares! We've done your end of the bargain. Now let us out already.
That is what I promised, isn't it? Alright, I'll let you leave this room. But before I do, may I be frank with you all for a second? This entire time I've been hiding behind a speaker, afraid to show my face. My heart tells me you'll react cruelly to it. However, my head, it raises a compelling argument. Who cares what others think? Shouldn't I get to have a little fun once in a while? Yes. Let's do away with these silly boundaries already. It's time we meet face to face.
Let's go!
What's that all about?
We're about to meet the villain. He better not look stupid. Oh shit, that's actually kind of badass.
Toss away those pickaxes, peasants! The walls have finally crumbled. What will you do now that you've reached the other side? Will you treasure this new land, serve it, or will you set it ablaze? Well, peasants, have you made your choice?
Interesting.
Yo, what the fuck is going on?
Fucking Jet.
Are you the speaker guy?
Speaker guy?
He got drip. He got drip.
No. You don't address your superiors like that. Within the halls of this academy, you'll refer to me by one name, and one name only. His Highness, the great and powerful Tozu, host of the Killing Game.
I'll let the name slide. I'll let it slide. Killing Game. Oh shit. Class trial in. Let's go. No L's. Could you call me Tozu for short?
Hey, the show must go on.
Oh shit, auto's on. Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Quite the contrary. This is only the beginning.
Why the long face?
Isn't it obvious? You, my dear subordinates,
Blood is
are going
rushing.
to kill each other. That's
Come
not
on.
that's not funny.
But then,
But you said we could go home if we solved the mystery. I gave you peasants an incentive. It's not my fault you took it the wrong way. What are you talking about? You lied to us?
Rubbish.
Lied? Oh, no. Absolutely not. I'm a fair man. A man sworn to the truth. And if I recall correctly, should I agree? Leave this place. I specifically said you could leave this room, not go home.
You
You sneaky son of a bitch.
Not okay.
That's not. You're full. There you go, losing control of your voice. That's how you know you've lost the argument. Logic is a cowardly thing like that. It'll jump ship the moment it's confronted with a challenge. He's spitting! He didn't lie, did he? He said he never lies. So when he said this was Eden's Garden Academy, bullshit. What am I doing? Believing someone like him? There's no other way around it. He's lying! Hey, why didn't you tell us about your dumb game sooner? And watch you peasants run away?
Pathetic.
I can't host a game without any contestants.
Please don't.
Please don't do this.
I just want to go home.
Oh, well, fuck your family. Please, just let me
There's
go
no
home.
need to worry.
There's no need to cry, Miss Tallnear. Huh? We're all civilized here. No one is going to kill simply because they've been ordered to. What's this? The peasant has a rebuttal.
Let's see.
A match between unprepared, unfit players. You could hardly call that a match. In much the same way, this game you proposed a, quote, killing game between students who don't have the heart to kill. Do you seriously think we'll abandon our morals so quickly? Yeah, that's right. We're like super boring people. We don't have what it takes to do something like this. Yawn.
Such a spoiled
Oh, and one more thing. That trial you just did, that was your preparation for the killing game.
Get out.
All you did was just make us play detective.
Plot twist.
And for good reason. If one of you is killed, the remaining students will participate in the true class trial. Your objective here is simple. Uncover the culprit if you can. Why is auto on? Turn that shit off. Using evidence you've gathered during the investigation, you will argue who you believe committed the murder. The result will be decided by popular vote, and if you choose the right person, they alone will be executed and the killing game will continue. However, if you choose the wrong person, the guilty party will be set free and the rest of you will be executed instead. Those are the rules of the game. Everyone understand? All of us will be executed? That's not fair.
Isn't this lovely?
Really. I think it's one of our most beautiful rules. Everyone has an incentive to participate in the game, innocent or otherwise.
What's happening?
That's insane. You're treating us like pigs to slaughter.
Such
Nonsense.
disrespect.
All of you have the chance to survive this game. Do you think the common butcher is so merciful? By the way, if no guilty party ever escapes, the killing game will end when there are only 2 students left. You may want to remember that, or maybe you don't care. It depends on what kind of person you are. Out of the 16 people here, only 2 would be allowed to survive?
No shot.
2 people. That's hardly better than if someone gets away with murder. I know. That's what makes it so funny! Most of you will die no matter what, and yet, with every passing trial, you'll all cling to life more desperately.
The show must go on.
And that exact mindset is what causes more murders to happen. Aren't these rules simply brilliant? A perfect test of limits of human compassion.
I have an appetite.
I can't wait to
for
see all of you in
destruction.
action. I'm not laughing. The madman's loud, tinnitus-inducing laughter was suddenly cut off by a will-timed strike from behind.
I've said it a million times, you mangy fucking mutt! I want nothing to do with this stupid game!
Ow, 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 ow! Stop it!
Since you've made it clear you won't listen to reason, I'll just make sure you have no arms to kill with!
Do you even listen to when I talk? I'm not the one doing the killing. It's you lot who are...
Grace drove her fist directly into his stomach. She followed it with another blow and another, and when it looked like she wasn't going to be satisfied until he was dead, I saw it. From out of nowhere, a tiny red dot appeared on Grace's... Fucking finally, I'm sick of her ass!
Hey! Stop already! There's a...
But before we could do anything... Whoa! The sound of a gunshot echoed in our ears. Oh, she got grazed? Bullshit. L sniper. L. Shawty bad. bad. We all looked in the direction the shot came from. The shooter stood silently by the pillar, a trail of smoke rising from the mouth of her rifle. Oh! She's the chick from the picture. Where each one was wearing a mask, so it is gang affiliated. So it's like Danganronpa 3 with Monokuma and then the Mono Cubs. But except I assume the person in the goat mask is or ram mask, whatever, is the leader, and then these are the followers, right? So it is like a cult. Her mask. The design was a panther instead of a goat, but it was clear that she was working with him.
You
shot at her.
For real?
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them? Everyone slowly backed away from Tozu, suddenly fearful of their lives. What a shocking and unnecessary display of violence. I was talking about the golfer woman. Well, now that you've become acquainted with our enforcer, Mara, if any of you kids try to jeopardize the killing game, such as attacking me, she'll be there to put an end to your shenanigans.
Pardon me.
Even though she misses her shots, that was just a warning. I assure you, it'd be unwise to further test her sharpshooting ability.
In any case.
Regardless, I finally have an answer to your previous question. You asked me if I knew anything about my friends besides their names and talents. Truthfully, I don't. But I will continue to trust them as if I do, because they're ultimates. They are charged with the betterment of society. They've proven themselves to be above simple acts of self-interest.
We will not succumb!
Even if you trap us, fire guns at us, and force us to endure farcical courtroom procedures. He's right. Grace was trying to compose herself, still clearly shocked by the run-in death.
Don't test me.
Run-in with death. No matter how weird things these guys are, they're talented. Do you really think an ultimate would fall for this bullshit? That's right. My friends and I have too much to live for and too much to achieve. We won't throw all that away for your killing game.
Don't get it mixed up.
We're all going to escape. We have to. One by one, the students raised their voices in solidarity against Wolfgang. All of them were so confident in what they were saying, so willing to blindly put their faith in each other. For some reason, it made me sick.
My.
Never underestimate the strength of human connection. I am quite familiar with this idea. What kind of captain would I be if I can't even handle a small crew of 15? What is this horrible feeling of contempt? Why do I feel this way when everyone else seems so hopeful? The voice inside me was answered by another. You got it all wrong. The students turned their attention towards Eva, surprised by her words. Do you actually believe no one here will try to kill? You're really naive. I don't know how you made it as a lawyer. Well, instead of resorting to random ad hominem attacks, why won't you explain your reasoning?
It's the truth.
It's obvious. Compared to normal people, ultimates are more prone to killing, not less. Living with constant praise from the public has ruined our sense of self. If you need examples, just look around the room.
What a joke.
Excuse me?
Look.
In the outside world, ultimates will do anything to further their own goals. The same is probably true here. Once you realize your dreams can only be achieved if you escape, you'll resort to murder.
Can't you see?
If you can continue to convince all these people to trust each other, they'll only be more vulnerable. Unless that was your plan all along. Is it possible you want to make everyone vulnerable so that it will be easier for you to kill them? That's
enough.
Yeah, speak up, girl. Suddenly, Ingrid stepped in front of Wolfgang protectively. Wolfie's done nothing wrong. He's given all of us a vote of confidence. Yeah, it's something we all need. So stop trying to turn us against each other. The horrible feeling grew stronger as the other students admonished Eva. Big words. It grew stronger and stronger, and I knew I had to say something. Eva's right. Huh?
No!
Damon, not you too. Look, I get it. You want to make the situation less scary for everyone, but Eva made a good point. All of us have a clear motivation to leave this place, even at the cost of other people's lives. Whether it's to see our families again or for the sake of our talents.
Don't say that!
No, I would never kill
That's
anyone.
not it.
Diana, you yourself admitted you had too much to achieve. Don't you see how that's playing into the masked man's hands? Most ultimates are just dullards obsessing over some pointless hobby. Their talents don't contribute anything of worth. The only thing they're capable of is leeching off public attention for their own goals. Ouch.
You've got to be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding. Running a business that feeds millions is pointless?
No.
Some of you are an exception, obviously, but come on, there's no way the rest of you can improve the world we live in with your niche fixations.
That was very...
Don't you mean rest of us? You're an ultimate too. Yeah, what the hell makes you so special? I can feel the words worming their way into my soul. What makes you so special? I can actually achieve many things with my talent. I can argue policy, consider ethics and morality.
Yeah.
Better yet, I was the one who got you guys through that trial. Oh, you better spit! You better throw them shots!
Really?
Is that really what happened? I remember all of us helping out.
Shrimp.
Yo, I see what's going on. You think you're better than us because you could say words nobody else understands? Hey, sometimes you gotta speak a little gibberish for the weak-minded. It was only when the madman had left that reality truly began to set in. I'm trapped in a killing game with people who despise me. How did this happen? I just wanted to help. I wanted to make sure that we didn't trust each other too easily. And now that I'm being treated like the bad guy, will these people practice what they preach? Will they really refuse to kill? I can't trust anyone here. For better or for worse, it's me versus them. So cue to the beginning of the end. The beginning of an unfathomable nightmare. An unrelenting despair. The beginning of the killing game. Is this a Danganronpa remix? Hold up. Hey! Hey! Hold up. That was a sick shot. Hold up. Oh, hey, we got that lick. Hold up. Yeah, even this music loud as hell, but I can't skip it. Yes, sir! Clap it up! This is a sick ass game. No! No! I need more! Please say there's more after this. No!